Double celebration during this year's Salah as they rode out the drums not only to celebrate the glorious farming season. Abdullahi Garuba Benin Kudu outlines the double celebration.
It may amaze you, this is Emir of Dutse in Jigawa State, a first-class Emir attended to his palm in what can be called leadership by example. The story is the same in the entire Jigawa State, as people from the high, the mighty and the low are back to the farm, as encouraged by President Muhammad Buhari. Indeed, farming has taken its rightful place in Jigawa State, with civil servants, unemployed youth and even women are back to the farm.
People engage in cultivation of these crops as a way of supporting their livelihood and a way of encouraging government source of income by exporting these crops, thereby supporting the economy of the country.
This is the message and the mood that characterize this year's Salah celebration across the state. All the 5 emirs in the state were full of joy and expressed gratitude to both federal government and the state for promoting this feat in agriculture. Emir of Dutse, Dr. Nuhu Muhammad Sanusi, passed this message of new twist in Jigawa economy to Governor Muhammad Abubakar.
We are indeed grateful to the Governor and of course President Muhammad Buhari as we begin to see the dividend of his visit to Jigawa State. Farming is now accepted by all as means of improving the economy. Jigawa State is now leading in agricultural production. Baba Buhari has shown us the way and our people have accepted this good initiative in agriculture.
It's just a symbolic way of paying a homage to the government side by the emir.
When there is food, there won't be friction. Little wonder there is peaceful coexistence reigning in the state, as reflected by various ethnic groups living peacefully in Jigawa State. The colorful Daba procession also said it all. This year's celebration was also witnessed by a promoter of national unity, former Abia State Governor Uzo Ojikalu.
Jigawa people, you must be proud of yourself. You have land for agriculture, you have fuel for good Doba. If it's Oyibo people that have this Doba will be costing millions of dollars. But here, it looks that it's costing nothing. We must make sure we strategize on how to make Doba cost Oyibo people money.
Felicitates with the people of Jigawa on the double celebration. The Eid al-Fitr festival brings families together. Even non-Muslim friends join in the celebration. Let's now take you to the house of Abdul Ganiyu, where there was so much jollification. Ifeanyi Izumba is our guide.
Morning Eid al-Fitr Day, our Muslim faithful getting ready to adorn new clothes as part of being joyful and grateful to Almighty Allah for His grace to be part of the day, and then trooping to designated Eid prayer ground to mark the end of Ramadan fast with the 2 rakat prayer. The Abdul Ganiyu family is amongst thousands of the faithful marking the day at the Ansaruddin Eid ground in Wuse 2. The Eid prayer has to be observed as a matter of utmost priority and the fellowship with due obeisance to Almighty Allah. Then to the other side of the celebration. The day had started early with mother of the house supervising her daughters to prepare masa, a local delicacy, as part of the rich menu for consumption and sharing with love to mark the day.
This very holy day of Eid al-Fitr is It's a commemoration of the end of Ramadan and also celebration that we are still alive.
We have a lot to eat and a lot to drink to thank Allah for the blessings that He has given to us and making us alive, because there are people who started the fasting and they are not here to witness the end of the Ramadan.
Away from that, the crew also visited one of Abuja's hotspots, Millennium Park, for not only Muslims but also sharing communality among Muslims and non-Muslims.
How we enter this park, there is no division, no Muslim, no Christian family combined. We relax, really we are happy, we eat together, we celebrate, we are happy with it.
Feed the poor and the needy, we visit people, we share gifts.
There is only one Eid al-Fitr in a year, and the Muslim faithful are always looking forward to it, not only for the merrymaking, but also for the lessons of patience, tolerance, and charity that Ramadan teaches.
What a way to mark the Eid al-Fitr festival. Very nice. The 2018 Ramadan has come and gone, but lessons of sacrifice and peaceful coexistence will continue to linger in the minds of so many Nigerians, especially those who participated in the third annual Iftar organized by the Muslim community of the Nigerian Television Authority headquarters, Abuja. Yusuf Umar brings us highlights of the evening.
يطيقونه فدية طعام مسكين فمن تطوع خيرا فهو خير له.
For the NTA Muslim community, it is a memorable moment as they put hosted guests at the third annual Ramadan Iftar. The colorful events and decoration, green, white, green, signifies the essence of the Iftar, which is promoting unity, brotherhood, peaceful and harmonious coexistence for the betterment of the country. Wife of the president represented acknowledged the consistency of NTA in promoting national unity and integration.
Sincerely speaking, it is a good thing they are doing, because this will unite, will go a long way to send a signal to Muslim and Christians that there's nothing like being united.
Minister of Information Lai Muhammad, represented by the Director General NTA, Malam Yakub Ibn Muhammad, urged Nigerians to live harmonious with one another.
I would like to use this privilege of my position as the landlord to add my voice to the continuous calls for tolerance, peacefulness, brotherhood and accommodation among Nigerians in the practice of our faiths.
One of the bounties that God has given this great nation is tremendous human resource. And it is with the human resource that we manage and develop the economy. And without peace and unity, the derivable benefits of economic prosperity will not be attained.
President, Christian Association of Nigeria, North Central, Reverend Israel Akanji, and Imam of Upper Legislative Mosque, Sheikh Noura Khalid, says there is no alternative to goodness and peaceful coexistence.
NTA has become one of the media approaches to peace building. There are several approaches being used, and we need eclectic approaches, that means of all kinds, in order to be able to have peace in the nation.
We must make sure that we stop all things that are bringing us apart.
Other speakers at the event lauded the exemplary trait exhibited by the NTA Muslim community, emphasizing that they are catalysts towards a greater unified Nigeria.
Another successful iftar there. Kudos to the organizers. Two other matters now. Every year, this group of Nigerians join their counterparts worldwide to mark their day. They stand out everywhere they go because of their skin pigmentation, but stand together to counter stigmatization. They are called albinos. And Lynn Lenike was present at the Albinism Day held in Lagos during the week.
Honorable Daniel, born to black parents, is a sales representative, a journalist, and a father of two. He says he has faced several discriminations and stigmatization, but that did not deter him from being who he is today.
like rituals and all that. And even when I traveled to South Africa, I had the same problem where someone came to the salon where I wanted to cut my hair and asked for my hair.
The story is not different, as these mothers of children living with albinism share their encouraging experiences.
Things to build the confidence in them, let them accept themselves the way they are. Before, she used to notice that. She now told me when I was pregnant that God will not let you to born another Oyibo pepper. I said, why? She said, because they will be calling us Oyibo pepper will be going. But now if you ask her, she said, no, she wants Oyibo pepper.
To take care of her, it wasn't an easy task. If someone is at least 99% away from the sun, you don't have any problem. They don't have any problem with their skin.
For some others who did not adhere to the precautionary measures, skin cancer is the major challenge, as explained by the chairman, the Albino Network Association.
I've seen a lot of people living with albinism using soap that contain lime, but they're not aware that they should not use bathing soap that contain lime, because that lightens their skin and it increases the effects of the rays of the sun on their skin. Exposure to the rays of the sun should also be reduced to the barest minimum.
He was, however, emphatic on the need to adhere to these measures. He pointed out that they also have challenges in the world of relationships.
I want to encourage anyone who is living in albinism not to feel taken aback.
How do I present such a person to my parents as a husband or as a wife and all that? And these are things that psychologically affects us as albinos.
The theme for this year's awareness is shining our light to the world. This special breed are set to do just that.
Anyone who is living with albinism can get to any height in the society where he or she lives.
I've had problem with my eyes, so many things, but still, I'm still doing fine.
I'm married with 2 kids. I really appreciate the fact that she accepted me for whom I am, and they're treating me the way I ought to be treated as a king, you know.
Yes, albino children, they are very special. They are unbeatable anywhere they are.
Yes, albinos taking a stand against stigmatization, and we must recognize that they are regular people. It's been a rich first segment with stories of Salah celebration across the country. We have more to come right after the break. Stay on the line.
Glow is bringing out the heavy hitters to recruit passionate supporters for the Go Russia promo. Don't let the opportunity of a lifetime pass you by.
Hey, come with us to Russia.
But you can also be part of the 22 winners visiting Russia with Glow. Use a minimum of 3,000 Naira on voice or 5,000 Naira on voice and data to qualify for the draws. Send GO to 240.
Time to go Russia!
Great supporters of African football. Glow, grandmasters of data.
Sedap Supreme Noodles, capturing the tasty goodness. It's the Sedap Supreme Chicken Essence that gives it the truly delicious chicken taste. With real chicken essence. Be Supreme, Nigeria.
The sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. And life is calling, time to live a new way. Activate your life, be who you want to be. Yeah, yeah. Time to get active, yes, the time is now. Now, now, now. Come on, get out.
Start an active life with the power of vegetables and fruits. Chivita Active. Be active. Do more.
Nigeria, we're behind you all the way. It's your time to shine.
You in the air-conditioned office with the itchy throat. Strepsils. Girl in the spotlight with the raspy throat. Strepsils. You in the pollution. It's you. Dry throat. Strepsils. Hello in the downpour with the scratchy throat. Take Strepsils. Strepsils, with its soothing medicinal ingredients, will heal the harm done to your throat from external factors. Strepsils. Strepsils. Strepsils, for a dry, itchy, raspy, scratchy throat.
Kehinde suffers from indigestion. His twin Taiyi suffers from heartburn. Sometimes it's the other way around, or both. That's why they use Gaviscon Double Action. It soothes within 3 minutes and lasts for up to 4 hours. For double relief from heartburn and indigestion, Gaviscon Double Action.
Welcome back. It was celebration galore for the Jacks as they marked their 50th birthdays and 27 years of marital bliss. Elizabeth Omoriyi, who captured the glamorous event, reports that the celebrants were surrounded by family, friends and associates.
That soft tune from the band set a tone for the evening as guests from far and near let down their hair to celebrate with their Jacks. The occasion kicked off with a stylish entry of the celebrants and their children into the beautifully decorated hall. Emmanuel and Ibiba Christina Jack, who clocked 50 this year, have been married for 27 years and blessed with 4 children. Mr. Emmanuel Jack is the Chief Executive Officer of Das Motors, founded in 1994. His wife, Ibiba Christina, an embodiment of talent, is a media consultant, interior decorator, and a pastor with Christ Embassy, where she has served in different capacities. The celebrants say they are grateful to God for the gift of life, love, and blissful marriage.
I give glory to God. My wife, my great wife, and my kids. We are all grateful to God for a good life we've had to this point.
You have to be positive, and I've learned a long time ago just to lay your burdens onto your maker, and then he made you, so he takes care of you.
DJ Skills and Ada thrilled the guests with different tunes.
Everything you touch, every time the phone is ringing, every time they call your name.
Family, friends and associates from within and outside the country prayed for the celebrants.
I pray that they enjoy the fruits of their labor and enjoy their grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
I just want them to keep on working together because they're best friends.
They should live happily and still continue to fear Almighty God.
I wish them all the best in life. I mean, they've weathered the storm so far.
I pray that God will continue to guide them, protect them, and prosper them.
We're happy for them, we're excited for what the Lord is doing, and we're sure of a greater future.
High point of the occasion was the cutting of the Jack's wedding anniversary cake.
That's strong, yes!
The couple also rekindled their romance with this Dance for Two. As the party wound down, the guests took to the dance floor. The occasion was hosted by ace comedian Gordons.
Congratulations to the Jacks. We wish you more of such. Next up, Egwono's first encounter with Olaoluwa was only about friendship. Little did they know that Cupid, the god of love, was involved in their relationship, which has eventually culminated in a marital journey. Anna Daniels was at their wedding ceremony in Lagos and says it was indeed a sight to behold.
That was beautiful Egwono Sophia, escorted into the church by her proud father on this special day. And that sets the pace for the holy matrimony between Egwono and Olaoluwa, as friends, relatives and professional colleagues from far and near witnessed them exchange marital vows and rings. The couple afterwards signed the dotted lines where Egwono officially adopted Dada as her surname. Behold the newest couple in town. And a word of advice from the officiating minister, Bishop Choma Grace Dauji.
So for this cause, just for this reason, you will leave your parents, both of you. Because after God, your husband come. After God, your wife come.
Zonal Director, NTA Lagos Network Center, Pius Ojei, represented NTA's Director General, Ibn Mohammed.
Love for one another is already there. They must believe in God. They must trust each other. They must tolerate each other to make it work.
As husband and wife, once you bring your mother and father in, or your brothers and sister, to settle cases or any quarrels, you are bringing in problems. So the best thing for you is to sit down and you discuss the matter and settle.
With that over, all roads led to the reception ground where guests were treated to sumptuous meals and drinks. And now time to welcome the two lovebirds into the beautifully designed hall. Straight on, the newlywed cut their cake and performed their first official assignment.
Let's go ahead, sir. We'll teach you how to take a photo. However you wish.
The father and daughter dance was an emotional sight to behold.
The joy is totally full. I love her. She's a very charming girl. The husband too is very charming. So I just thank God.
I love both of them. They are my children. And I know the Lord will perfect this marriage for them.
They must put God first in all that they do, because it is by so doing that they will have a peaceful home.
There was an engagement party the previous day where Egwono and Olaoluwa spoke on their attractions.
She's a very humble and very homely person, so that's what attracted me to her. I'm not surprised she looks so beautiful. She's always been beautiful to me.
He's so loving, he's so caring, he's so amazing, and he's just the best man for me.
Happy married life to the couple, all the best to them. The beauty of the Nigerian culture was in full glare as people of Eke community in Udi local government area of Enugu State danced and jubilated in celebration at their age-long socio-cultural festival, Igwanshi. Ukera Ugu, who was at Obodo Amanko Square, venue of the event, reels out the chips for Newsline.
The age-long festival drew sons and daughters of the land from within the country and in diaspora, and others who came to share in their joy. Egwanshi is a socio-cultural festival dated back to centuries ago, brings together the people of Eke to celebrate their victory over their enemies. Having been in constant war with neighboring towns, Eke, according to history, migrated from Nsude and settled in other people's land. Each time they emerged victorious in war, they beat the drum in jubilation. The age-long tradition was, however, modified by the popular Igwe Onyama, who, according to history, put an end to sacrifices and incantation made before the commencement of the festival. In line with his belief, he invited the Catholic Church, which reformed the festival, and even changed the name of the festival to Egwabia, meaning the drum dance. Talking drum, wooden drum, and flute, beaten and played at the square, influenced the rhythm and dance steps of the people. The indigenes of Eke, renowned for the unique act of drumming, and throw more light on its significance.
When Christianity came, those other traditional linkages to spirituality were dropped.
Currently, what we are now doing is celebration of our victory over our neighbors.
Tourists and friends of Eke say they are overwhelmed with the culture.
They are seeing themselves, maybe some people that live in Lagos, some live in Abuja, some live in different areas, but they are back now and they are seeing themselves and they are celebrating.
It's kind of a way to show the white man that our culture will stay.
High point was presentation of a drum to Enugu State government. Egwanshi Eke, otherwise known as Egwabia, is a unifying annual event for the people of Eke.
Colorful festival, you would agree. Now, over 6,000 theatre art students from 25 universities across the country converged on Jos, the Plateau State capital. The event was the 2018 University Theatre Arts Festival, where the students used their skills in dance, play and drama to solidify the bridge between the government and the governed, especially the youths. Adebola Brookslyn Sunday tells us more.
It is a story of a town where kingship was rotational. A time came, a greedy king ascended the throne and refused to relinquish power. The town did not know peace until all and sundry came together and dialogue.
The Republic of Nigeria.
Edward Osai is the convener of the festival.
We're saying, despite our diversity, we should use our diversity as our strength. That's how we can come together and not use religion and ethnicity for personal interest. Let's look at a broader picture of how Nigeria is and how it should be like.
To engage the students in productive and creative thinking, so that they will be the masters of themselves and probably think along the line of what government is trying to do. And that's exactly what you can see now. It is because the government has a high hope and high respect for the young one. That is why we are here.
This land certainly is beautiful. The elders say 20 friends cannot play for 20 years. But I tell you, this one did play for 20 and beyond.
Pregnant woman was my friend, so that was why I had to cry when she lost her husband. But majorly I learned most of the songs in the play. Yeah. If we were to bring back our fathers that were in the slavery period to tell us or reenact this, I actually feel like this might be the kind of energy they would give, or it might be something more. And if you were to think that your father is murdered before you, obviously you would have to, you will lose it, obviously. But rehearsals, practice, that was what helped me, and then prayer, because I was really tense if I went to stage, very tense.
Adeoluwa Enioluwa, of 400 level students directed the play.
We should understand that we are all one people, and we have been selected to play roles. Even as much as our roles could be influenced by our family, our friends, we should ensure that we choose our own side and ensure we're connecting the bridges at all times and not breaking them.
The festival, which is the 38th in the series, has produced many outstanding filmmakers and actors.
Remarkable splash of culture by young Nigerians. That was delightful. Another commercial break is what's on cue. We shall go down that lane and come back to tell you about a 17-year-old boy who was sexually abused by his school proprietor. Stay on the line.
Hate speech is not a joke. It incites genocide and crimes against humanity. Most of Africa's civil wars are caused by hate speech from one tribe against another. We don't want it here. The Nigerian government stands firm against hate speech.
Under no conditions whatsoever should we tolerate or excuse or justify hate speech or hateful conduct of any kind, especially where such is illegal.
There's no doubt that the resurgent push for separatism, as well as the rising cases of ethnic and religious disharmony, are all traceable to the growing phenomenon of hate speech.
One nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Nigeria, one nation, one people.
This is a public service announcement brought to you by NTA.
The sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. And life is calling, time to live a new way. Activate your life, be who you want to be. Yeah, yeah. Time to get active, yes, the time is now.
Start an active life with the power of vegetables and fruits. Chivita Active. Be active. Do more.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the daring and invincible Louis the Mosquito. Responsible for 200 malaria cases all on its own. Is there anything that can kill Louis? Morphine! Presenting Mortine's Power Guard. Its powerful formula kills malaria mosquitoes fast. So, get Mortine's Power Guard.
Dettol team is visiting schools to teach children how to protect themselves from diseases. Do you know how we get illnesses like diarrhea, cough, and cold? No! They are spread through germs which are everywhere. You collect germs that cause diseases. You pick up germs from any surface, like when you don't wash your hands after going to the toilet, while playing. And then you can get sick because of germs. That's why you need to fight germs to stay healthy by washing your hands and taking your bath with Dettol soap to protect from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Wash, wash, wash your hands. What you have to do is bath, bath, bath yourself. Dettol soap every day. Wash, wash, wash your hands.
Madam. Brought us as usual.
As usual. You have no problem.
For the three put
you are welcome, sir.
As usual, yeah? I was
welcome.
You take that one.
Yeah, take that one.
You don't understand? We want Nigerian homegrown rice. Finish. You don't have? You don't have?
Join the rice revolution today.
No other rice that tastes like Nigerian rice.
Are you sorry?
That's the Nigerian rice we are talking about. Chocolate made in Nigerian rice. Healthy food. I'm going to bring Mrs. Mobu to come to chocolate rice of made in Nigeria here. And see how it are made.
Correct.
And how they are cook it.
Correct.
Homegrown rice are good for your health. It will boost our economy and will give employment to our people.
This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Experience, they say, is the best teacher.
They hold us from the sea. Thank God that we came back home. They should not go there because it's not good. It's a very bad place. So they just my advice.
Even now, sir, they are shooting the boat they are going to use to go Italy. Let them stop it. Our country is good. Our country is a blessed country. Now I know our country is a blessed country. I know before I for not travel from Nigeria to Libya. I know how much I spent.
Let these personal experiences serve as a lesson to all who would repeat their mistakes. A word is enough for the wise.
This is a public service announcement brought to you by NTA.
Glad to have you back. The young man in this next report needs the help of everyone watching. He came from neighboring Cameroon because what he seeks is within Nigeria. Imeodori, who compiled this report, will tell us more.
Chikeze is 17 years old. He was born and raised in Cameroon. He says he is the only child of his parents. The circumstances this young man has found himself landed him in Nigeria from neighboring Cameroon in search of his relatives.
I came to Nigeria because my dad is a Nigerian and my family is here. That is my grandfather, my grandmother, and my uncle. They are all here. I've never been to Nigeria before, and this is my first time. My dad had some issue with my family. That's why my dad don't want me to come here. So, but since he passed away, I have nobody with whom to live in Cameroon.
Aaron says he lost both parents in a fatal accident which occurred in Douala, Cameroon in February this year.
I lose both of them just one day.
He says his father, Anthony Lawal, was a businessman from Imo State, while his mother was a Cameroonian.
Yes, my father used to tell me he's from this Imo State. Yes, he used to tell me he's from the Imo State, and he has also been in Lagos. So, but since I'm in Cameroon, I've never heard of, I've never been to this Nigeria, so I've always been hearing of Lagos. That's why I came to Lagos.
According to him, his late father once lived in Lekki, Lagos, and spent some years in Ghana.
From there, he moved to Cameroon, and that is where he met my mom, and they got married. So my dad was doing some business over there, and later on I was born.
He mentioned some names of his Nigerian extended family members, including his grandparents and uncle. He claims they are all from Imo State.
My grandfather's name is Godson Chikeze. Okay. He's on, I think he's not working, he's old, he's on pension. My grandmother was, she was selling. She has a shop. That's what she told me the last time I met her.
Before he left Cameroon, Aaron was a second-year student at the university in Cameroon. He revealed that he fled from the country because his stepmother was after his life. Since he arrived in Nigeria in May, Aaron says he has been roaming the streets of Lagos looking for leads to his people.
So I went to Surulere police station, and they told me they don't deal with foreigners. So I should go to the immigration. So I went to the immigration, and from there they told me that since I'm not more than 18, I should go to the social welfare, they can help me. I went to the social welfare, and they also are telling me that I should go to the public complaint office So I was just moving around without even knowing where I'm going. So at the end now, I've just find myself in the street for 2 good weeks.
He expressed the determination to find his family.
I won't just give up like that. I came here for my family and I'll be here for a while. Even if I just have to continue being in the street, I know one day God will surely answer my prayers.
We have united countless families. Fingers crossed, Aaron's uncles, aunties, and cousins will show up. We intend to follow up. Moving on, news of the sexual abuse of a 17-year-old student by no other than his co-proprietor caused an uproar in Umotwegu community of Okija in Ihiala local government area of Anambra State. Ekene Undule, who visited the town, has a story as told by the young victim of homosexual assault and other members of the community. Take a look.
The proprietor of Seat of Wisdom Secondary School, Mr. Modestus Eze, was said to have lured 17-year-old Chinedu Mizu to his office with a promise to make him a school prefect if he allows him have carnal knowledge of him, an allegation which makes him a culpable homosexual. When Chinedu refused, Mr. Eze allegedly hypnotized and led him to his house where the sexual assault took place.
And the charm hold me, so I followed him to his house and he homosexed me. After I also videoed me. After everything, we came back to the office. He told me that if I say any word again, that he will hit me the ankle and I will start strewing grass in the field.
As he got back from home, they feel very weak. Now when they look at the husband, why is he feeling weak? That what is wrong with him? So he began to tell me what happened to him. When he goes about his what happened to him. Said that the owner of that school, calling Modestus Eze, forced that one can shine on his head and they use him as he like.
The bubble, however, burst on the proprietor's lifestyle when the young victim regained his senses and reported the matter to his parents, who in turn alerted members of the community.
The proprietor, as I had been practicing homosexual from childhood. The way I had, and there was a time he was an assistant pastor of Deeper Life before he backslided and decided to go into traditional. So now he's a traditionalist.
We saw a lot of shrines, up to 5 of them, hidden inside the school toilet. Okay, we were shocked, and some of them are still fresh with blood. Why even raping him? He was recording the incident, maybe as a blackmail or as anything.
Reacting to the incident, the traditional ruler of the community, Igwe Emeko Kezie, said the matter has been reported to the Ministry of Education and the police, adding that the school has been shut down pending further directives from relevant agencies.
The case has been reported to the police, and I'm aware and I'm following it up. I'm sure that the police is doing everything to put everybody to book, and the higher authorities, also the commissioner of police in Anambra State, is also aware of this incident. So nothing is being swept under the carpet.
Although the suspect is still at large, normalcy has returned to the village as people were seen going about their normal businesses.
The law is involved, and we're hoping that Lady Justice will carry the day. We'll take our last commercial break and return to round off nicely. Stay on the line.
Nigerians. Suicide bombers are not spirits. They are not ghosts. They are human beings like you and me. They live amongst us. They are your neighbors. They are your friends today, but terrorists tomorrow. So you must know your neighbor now. Security begins with you and me. Know your neighbor. Be vigilant. Be security conscious. Report suspicious persons, objects and movements to the police and other security agencies. The security of our nation is a duty for you and me.
If you see something, say something. Nigeria unite against terrorism.
This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Hey, let's talk. There are many things that make your guy. The things you've experienced together over time. Like the time when you needed them to give you ginger. Or the times they killed your vibe because they had an emergency. And even when they spoil your show for no reason at all. Truth is, those crazy moments do not spoil friendship. If anything, that's what makes it unique, memorable and unshakable. My name is Mr. Dowles. Make time for friends, my friend.
McDowell's #1 whiskey, spirit of true friendship.
Thanks for staying on the line. Processed cow skin, popularly called bomo in local parlance, is among favorite delicacies of most Nigerians, particularly those from the southwest, in spite of the fact that many say it has no nutritional value. In this report, Michael Olaleye takes a look at the delicacy called bomo and the craze for this type of meat.
Downtown through the rough and rugged Lawansin Street in Surulere area of Lagos State are hundreds of people who eke out a living in the meat business. The killing of one cow, for instance, translates into more money down the value chain to the retailer. These set of people sweat it out every day to meet the pleasure of thousands of people who eat bomo. Mama Grace Adeyemi from Ijebu-Igbo is one of the pioneers in this market with over 30 years of experience in the bomo business.
As it is, we use it in different ways. We can cook it with egusi soup or pepper soup.
You will hardly find a man in this business, but when you do, be assured that real cash is definitely involved.
Bomo is used to supplement meal.
Whether served in brown or white, those who like eating pomo said a day is incomplete without a taste of the delicacy.
I love pomo, round one, thick one, that has soaked a lot of pepper.
If you want to serve me pomo and you want me to enjoy it, you give me very big, round, and a thick one.
To some people, processed cow skin is more of a necessity than choice.
If you're on the fat side, you understand what I'm saying. Because actually, since it doesn't give anything to the body, I think it's preferable.
Regardless of the reasons for consumption, scientific research has shown that pomo has no nutritional value. A dietitian, however, offers a different perspective, surprisingly.
Most of the nutrients in pomo are not readily available for the body to break down and utilize. About 100 grams of pomo can give us about 226 kilocalories of energy, and then can give us a protein of about 46, can give us carbohydrate of about 41, and a fiber of about 3.
While traders like Mama Grace Adeyemi and Mukala Latif continue to rake in profit from pomo business, experts say the negative effect on the leather industry is non-negotiable. Different strokes from different folks, you might say.
I will sound like the average Nigerian by saying pomo is bae. Nutritional value aside, the entertainment value is all we need, yes. Now, Under Pressure, Aromba Style. I guess you know the crooner of those familiar lines, yes? Augustine Okeleke Ombuya, that is his name, but we are more familiar with the name Ras Kimono. Well, it's one and same person. The sad news here is that you will never hear that voice live again. The sun sets on Ras Kimono days ago, 10th of June precisely. Thelma Iliogu, who visited his home in Onitsha, Lona, brings us his life and times.
The death of Austin Okeleke Onwoboya, aka Ras Kimono, came to the people of the quiet agrarian village Umolo in Onitsha, Lona, and Nyocha North local government area as a great shock. Some of his friends and relatives describe him as a gentle giant who impacted the lives of all who knew him.
In short, when I heard the news, my BP just went up.
A man who has no standard if it comes to relationship with people. Whereas Kimono is an epitome of simplicity.
Kimono was determined
with what he wanted to do. He had a direction. He didn't have money, but he had self-belief. He believed in himself.
Kimono started singing at an early age, using 2 milk cups strung together as a guitar. He was said to belt out lyrics while running errands. He got a job at Floating Boca with Buchi Boy and Chuksi Moses. Kimono, who never drank alcohol, never tasted cigarettes, and was a vegetarian, celebrated his 60th birthday on May 9th and was planning his 35 years anniversary on stage with his friends in Asaba Delta State when calamity struck. He has 5 children and 7 albums to his credit. He was a director with Copyright Association of Nigeria, CUSAN, and a registered member of the Performing Musician Association of Nigeria, PMAN.
Rest in peace, Ras Kimono. You will never be forgotten. To a debate now. In the battle of the sexes, the question of who should keep quiet in an argument generates different answers depending on who is answering. While men say women ought to keep quiet to avoid confrontation, women, however, defend that keeping quiet during an argument could result in emotions being bottled up and violence may erupt over time. Dr. Ogunyemi extends this conversation in this report.
People argue over just anything, and the reasons vary.
You talk, I talk. Of course, it could lead to other things.
Although argumentation is a social process, its results and effects are sometimes hard to defend. As a simple argument of who is your favorite football player, for example, has led to fights and serious injuries. But when opposing arguers exhaust valid points and tensions begin to rise, who should keep quiet to win such an argument?
If the tempo is against you, you don't need to keep quiet. True. You keep quiet, you are nil. But if you have to say it the way it is, you speak out so that people will hear you and then judge you accordingly.
Another question that comes to mind is if arguments among couples can be won.
In relationship, that is what we call the temperament. Okay? Now, you should be able to understand yourselves as husbands and wife. First, if the woman is the type that has hot temper, okay, the best advice is that the man should be quiet.
The best the bed mattress for a couple is 3.5. Not even 4.5, not even 6. Not how big your mattress is. It's supposed to be 3.5. Why do I say that? Whenever you have quarrel, whenever you have arguments, and you sleep on the same 3.5 bed, as small as that bed is, there's no way you will touch. Your body will touch each other, and when it touches, certainly you come and leave me. Before you know it, what will happen, and everything will be settled.
A religious leader is, however, of the opinion that tolerance should play a key role in human conversation, especially arguments.
It takes two to do what? That is, man and woman to live together. Love is the basis of their life. If they love themselves, they will live well.
However, in a world where people have zero tolerance for arguments, who should keep quiet to win an argument? Your answer might well be the essence of this report.
That means the debate is endless, but my 2 cents is the bigger person should keep quiet. Silence is not only golden, it can be very loud too. Now, after this program, we can't bring you Alibaba seriously because there's a package on June 12 investiture and it's coming up right after Newsline. Please watch that. We have to go now.